Some of you remember Maslow from high school. I see some heads nodding out there. This is the idea that if your food, clothing, and shelter needs are unmet, you're unlikely to be able to do what we call self-actualization up here. That's writing the great American novel, producing a movie, coming up with a brand new business idea. We tend to see the same thing happening over and over and over again. We take the 5 data management practice areas, which form the foundation of what we're trying to do. But what gets written about over and over and over again are the cool things that are in this green triangle. Advanced analytics, cloud, all sorts of wonderful stuff up there. By the way, these are wonderful techniques. But if you're trying to do this without doing this, it's going to take you longer, cost more, deliver less, and at greater risk to the organization. So if you are succeeding here, that's terrific. Think how much better it will be if you put in place a good foundation in order to do this. Now, this is the Dimbach wheel. One of the things DAMA hasn't been good at over the years is marketing. Dimbach is probably not the way we should have gone on that one, but that's okay. And here's the way I would, if Peter ruled the world, those 2 functions on that Dimbach wheel would stay with IT. These 2 functions would be shared with the business, and these other functions here would all report directly to the business. A very different way of organizing data around IT development activities. Again, IT doesn't feel the true impact of poor data management practices. The business feels that impact. So let's put those people over on the business side so we don't have to translate them through an IT reporting structure in order to do this. They don't know how business rules are used. That's the reason we call them business rules, because we're looking at them from over here in IT. If we're working at them in the business side, what are they? It's the language we speak. It's natural. We don't have to figure out what the rules are. We know them. Does this make sense? Again, IT doesn't own or control the subject matter experts that are there. So when you're trying to find your SMEs and get access to them, it's very, very difficult to get them into the project early enough. Enterprise architects work with the SMEs all the time. It's a continuous process. Only the business can competently assign values to the various business uses. Again, you can imagine, I'm over here on the business side and I'm trying to explain to an IT person who's a very smart person who's been trained well in IT but not well in data, what the business values of data are. And what do they think about data? It's stuff that goes in a database. That's all they're thinking about. Most of IT says, if they can gain access to the data, then my job is done. Again, reporting to IT has been expected because IT tends to own the methods that we use in that area. And finally, CIOs are slammed, absolutely slammed already. Data management techniques. Yes, there's a tremendous improvement in productivity that can be gained there. And as part of the solution, we started to integrate these pieces, pull together just to look at reduced expenses, improve competitive edge, time and savings, and $25 million. In savings just the very first year on their game. If we take their productivity, which about 20% of their time was productive, and just double that, they're still being 60% inefficient. There's a lot more that we can go back in and get a hold of.